Now that the James Harden and Ben Simmons drama is done, let's look at this objectively. What's good, y'all? This is your guy, Tone DeShields the second from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got charges to the game. Look, you guys, I keep hearing all these rumblings that the Sixers got fleeced and the Brooklyn Nets got the better of them and won this trade and yada, yada, yada. But look at this, you guys. At the end of the day, both teams got exactly what they needed and wanted. The Brooklyn Nets needed to move on from James Harden because they knew they wasn't going to be able to resign him in the offseason, and he wasn't sold on their vision. And Ben Simmons clearly lost faith in the Philadelphia 76ers organization and wanted to move on, albeit no one agreed with the way he handled his decision and handled business. But regardless, the situation was Ben Simmons wanted out, James Harden wanted out. And everybody, both parties, needed to make a move. Now, at the beginning of the season, everybody knew that Daryl Morey needed to make a move. And Daryl Morey made it clear he wasn't going to trade Ben Simmons for pennies on the dollar. Everybody knew that, and nobody expected them to just move on. As a matter of fact, no one thought we would get the exact deal that we wanted for Ben Simmons. Everyone thought we would have to settle for a bunch of role players. But Daryl Morey stood pat, and he understood the landscape of the league. He understood that most of these teams will get desperate at some point. Somebody, a player, will become disgruntled, and that's where you strike. And we actually got the guy we wanted, and we got the guy that we was hard set on getting all along. Daryl Morey and James Harden have a chemistry. They have history, especially in Houston. But to say that the Brooklyn Nets got the better of the Philadelphia 76ers is just a flat out lie. Let's think about it from this perspective. Which team has more questions than answers? I like to say the Philadelphia 76ers have more answers than questions. And then the Brooklyn Nets have more questions than answers. In Brooklyn, they have a Kyrie Irving who's playing halftime basketball, who only can play role games because of the New York City vaccination mandate. And he hasn't decided to get vaccinated in any way. So he's been off the court playing part-time basketball. You got a guy in Kevin Durant who can't really stay healthy right now. Still a top 3, top 5 player in this NBA, arguably the best player in the world, but cannot stay healthy. The best ability is availability. And then they brought in Ben Simmons, a guy who's currently a head case right now, claiming that he's dealing with some mental health issues, whatever it may be. Look, I don't want to sit here and say I don't believe him, but look, he's traveling to Miami with the Brooklyn Nets. And I don't know if he's going to play. I doubt he'll play. But the fact that you're traveling to Miami means that you can't be but so messed up in the head right now. You're more so concerned about being seen in a better light. But like I said, the Brooklyn Nets have more questions than answers. There's no stability. They have no momentum. They're on a 10-game losing streak. And then you're not going to get Kyrie back in full-time basketball. You're not going to get Kevin Durant back for the foreseeable future until he gets healthy. He's not being transparent with his situation right now. Ernie Johnson asked him, "Are you willing to, disclose anything about your health right now? How are you feeling? Anything moving in the right direction?" He should have said no. Like, I'm not going to tell you guys anything. Like, I'm tired of Kevin Durant acting like he's just this mysterious, stoic, like trying to act like he's just too cool for school when it's so annoying. But that's a different conversation. The bottom line is James Harden is a Philadelphia 76er. He's going to deliver the goods for Philadelphia. The championship window is now. He has to sign that option to make sure he's here for a second year. I believe he will, because who doesn't want to play with Joel Embiid, the best player in the world right now, who's currently the leading candidate for the MVP? Look, we gave up Steph Curry. I get it. We gave up Andre Drummond. I get it. But we got back James Harden and Paul Millsap, who's currently a stretch 4, can definitely play a stretch 5 position if you want to go small. But I like Paul Millsap. But most importantly, James Harden just brings so much to the table. And how can you deny what that man brings? How? He's a guy that can get to his shot at any point in the court. He's unguardable virtually, and he's a walking triple-double. He's going to get guys their shots. He's going to get guys wide open. He's going to demand double teams just like Joel Embiid, and somebody's going to be open. It's going to be up to Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey to take advantage of their opportunities. Those guys are the other leading guys outside of Joel Embiid and James Harden. So to say that the Brooklyn Nets got the best of the Philadelphia 76ers is just straight out false. People continue to change the narrative. People continue to move the goalposts whenever these deals happen. Before the deal, everyone was saying, you got to move them for Ben Simmons. You got to get yourself a superstar. They might not be able to do it. They may have to settle for less. And then we get the deal done, We get the guy that everybody said we should have got. And then now, oh, I don't know what James Harden they're going to get. Is he going to be motivated? Of course he's going to be motivated. That man is dead serious. He's dead serious on proving a point. Yes, he forced his way out of Houston, but Houston was going nowhere. Yes, he forced himself out of Brooklyn, but Brooklyn clearly couldn't get all their stars on the court at the same time. They only played 16 games together total. James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant. I look at it like this, right? James Harden essentially got traded to Brooklyn because Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving was trying to get him there. It's just that simple, right? But here's the funny part about it. He ended up playing more games than both of those guys. It seemed like he was the most constant presence on that court, with Kyrie Irving either being hurt or playing part-time basketball, or Kevin Durant being hurt. I understand James Harden and Kyrie got hurt in the playoffs last season, but for the most part, James Harden has been the constant presence, and that wasn't the dream that he was sold. Let's call a spade a spade. As a matter of fact, I look at it like this. Imagine being invited to a party by two of your homies. They call you on the phone, they force you up the crib, and you say, you know what? I'll come to the party. I'll show love. They say it's cracking. They say it's ladies there. They say it's drinks there. They say it's a full vibe out there. Everybody in the city there. Come join this party. You're going to love it here. You get to the party. Turns out your two homies not even there. Turns out your two homies ended up saying, yo, bro, I couldn't even make it. So come on, man. Like, what kind of setup is this? When you talk about the Sixers organization, we show up. We got chemistry. We got prestige. We got stability. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of this? We're going to open our arms to James Harden, and things are going to be beautiful. And it's straight like that. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports Philly, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got charges to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry.